Hi, anatomy students. This is an introduction to the Poverty and iBook project that I mentioned earlier in the quarter. So the overall question we're trying to address here is, how does poverty impact health? So in order to solve this problem, we have to aim for everybody living in poverty to be healthier, or should we try to lift people out of poverty and as a result help them to achieve better health? So we could look at this in a couple different ways. What we've been able to do is partner up with two organizations, Kaya and the Oceans Project. And basically, they have come together to create this iBook project that I mentioned earlier in the quarter, in which they have raised the funds to give iPads to people living in poverty and students living in poverty. And they are looking for content that can go on those iPads to help those students become healthier people. We're going to call this project Health Without Borders. So we're looking for what kinds of information is missing from these people's daily lives. What can we add to help them understand health better? And any ideas or suggestions for helping them to be healthier. We are also going to be in this process collaborating with our partner schools in Kentucky, Texas, and a school in New Zealand to create iBook units and iBook content about health. So for this iBook, we're going to create some chapters. We're going to have one on the digestive system and nutrition, one on the cardiovascular system, a chapter on the muscles and skeletal system, a chapter on the nervous system and mental health, and a chapter on the immune system and illness. So we have 5 different chapters of content that we're going to be creating for the iPads. In each of those chapters, we're going to hit on different things. So if you imagine we're inside the cardiovascular system chapter, we're going to be looking at the structure of the heart and the lungs, what they do, what their function is, how do we keep them healthy, some fun facts about the heart and the lungs, maybe some gross stuff about the health of the heart and lungs, and then some try this at home activities that would relate to heart and lung health, and any other ideas that you might come up with in this project. In each chapter, we're going to have not only different topics that we're going to be looking at, as I just described, but people will have different roles within those topics. So we'll have book editors, we'll have chapter editors, we'll have writers, we'll have people that are responsible for the technology or the art or the design of the content, and any other roles that you'd like to divide it up into. Okay, so at this point, what I need you to do in class today is within your groups, you need to decide what topic your group would like to cover. So let me go back to those topic areas. The first one was cardiovascular. So, 1 is heart and lungs. 2 is digestive. 3 is immunity, so the immune system. 4 is muscles and bone. 5 is the nervous system. So you have 5 groups in class today. I'd like you to fight it out and figure out which group is going to do which of these topics. And then from there, choose those sections that are interesting to you. Do you want to do fun facts? Do you want to do grossology? Do you want to do structure? Do you want to do function? Now, we will have some overlap with the other classes, so there might be another set of students in New Zealand, for example, who are doing heart and lungs, and they're looking at grossology, or they're looking at fun facts. So not everybody is going to be able to have their work be a part of this iBook. This is kind of like a competition. So you want to make whatever it is you're doing something you're passionate about and something really interested in, so that you can put forth your best work and submit that as a possible addition to this iBook. So, as I said, number 1, choose in your group, or for each group, which topic you want to do. Number 2, decide 1 or 2 sections within there. So if you have a group of 3, maybe one person can do one section and the other 2 people can do a second section. Maybe you all want to work on the same section. You decide how you want to break that up, and then start putting forth some ideas. Start brainstorming about what you would do. When I come back next week, I'll give you more information on the project itself, answer any questions you have, help you to organize things a little bit better. And the last thing I want to mention before I let you go is your target audience is grades K through 5. So these are young students that you'll be designing the book for. Good luck, and like I said, if you have any questions, we'll talk next week.